Hey, everyone. Welcome to Pathway to Purpose. I am Cynthia Robinson, your host, and here is my amazing co host, Tanya Moore. Miss Tanya Moore is on this evening. Welcome, y'all.
Hi, good evening, everyone.
All right, let's get to it. Oh, gosh, what happened? All
Hello.
right, here we are. I had a little technical difficulty. I was like, what's going on?
The devil is a lie. Not
I'm
today
telling you.
and not
I'm like,
tomorrow.
I mashed one button and it started going crazy. I'm like, what is the deal? Listen, everyone. Hey guys, welcome. I have my amazing sister, my longtime bestie, on. She's NYC, uh, by way of Virginia by way of NYC, because that's where she's originally from.
I
She's
mean, the
born and
V.
bred, yeah, born and bred New Yorker for real, for real. Listen, disclaimer.
Mm,
I have been came back to the States on Friday, and came back to some crazy weather, y'all. I left some amazing 88, 90-degree weather. Came back to Charlotte to the airport to 40 degree weather, cold, raining. Your girl had on a long sleeve shirt, but wasn't really dressed for South Carolina bipolar weather. Fast forward, had an amazing weekend with friends and family, and also had to come in to take care of my mom. Uh, and Sunday night, your girl fell with, didn't know what it was at the time,
mm.
lost my voice, but yeah, bouncing back, bronchitis, so the doctors say, gave me a whole bunch of meds, but I had to hit Nikki Love up with Divine Herbs because I'm all about the herbal life.
Well,
I love my doctor. He's an amazing doctor. He does encourage me on my path to holistic care, but I do consult him. Um, uh, but yeah, I had to go hit my girl Nikki up today, and I'm feeling better, but my voice is my voice. So this is what y'all gonna get tonight. Y'all gonna get a little bit of baritone, almost as Hey Jerome, Tanya, how about Jerome on? Hey,
Hi.
hey,
Hey,
hey, hey.
Jerome.
I know, right? Still
Long
looking like
time.
I know, still looking like he's
Wow.
35, and
I know.
he's a grandfather. He has
Get
some. Oh
out.
my God, has beautiful grandkids. I saw
Nice.
them grandbabies Sunday. They are so gorgeous,
That's
gorgeous.
good.
Yes.
Indeed.
Welcome, y'all. But that's my little disclaimer. That's why my voice is what it is. Count it all joy. So if y'all don't understand me, ask me to repeat myself and I will. Hopefully everybody can hear me loud and clear. I hope so. But tonight's topic, we're coming from uh, a place of concern. We're coming from a place of care.
Mm-hmm.
We're coming from a place of preventing. We want to prevent things from happening, and we want to make people aware. We've both experienced, me myself with a child of mine, Tanya herself. She'll tell you more about it. I'll let her actually introduce the topic of what we're talking about. But this topic tonight, I'm also going to throw another disclaimer out there. It could trigger somebody out there, but I also want you to know, if you're that person and you need somebody, please inbox one of us after the live and we will
Yeah.
get you some care and help. With that being said, Tanya, what is our topic for tonight? And tell us why that we're going this route, and the reason that you hit me up on the cruise,
Yeah.
why you felt this was so important to discuss.
Okay. It's just so much that the world is going through, and our young people feel like they can't handle it, they're not strong enough, and they're taking their lives. I recently had a very, very close uh, friend of my children who was also like a son to me commit suicide on March 31st. So I felt like this is a platform that we can use to try to reach out and get people help. Even if they have to reach out to us for prayer or encouragement, just it really hit me hard to try to get out there and just help people find ways to figure out how we can prevent this. So yeah,
Right.
I myself also have experienced a dark place where I felt like taking my life was the way out, the route to go. But thankful that I was strong enough to call on God and just pray through it and listen to encouraging sermons from Sarah Jakes. And I just kept calling Jesus, Jesus, like being the faithful, prayerful person that I am. Your mind is a powerful thing. It can work against you, but it can also work for you. So what you tell yourself can help you. But when you feel like there's nothing left, nowhere else to turn, no one to go to, that's what the enemy wants you to think. So I'm getting all into it, but that's the topic that's really passionate to me. And prayer, I just feel like prayer is a very, very powerful thing. Hi, good evening, Tori. Yeah, so yeah, I just want to like reach out and try to help people. Even if I have to give out my information and sit and pray with people, I feel like that's my pathway, my purpose is to help others, prayer.
Right.
I have a passion for prayer. I'm always praying silently for people. I asked God today, I was like, Lord, use me, give me the right words to say. Um, I know that this has been a passion on my heart, but I just want to do it the correct way. I want to be able to reach someone and help someone through this because I know I help myself, me and God. Like I prayed through it, and I just kept saying Jesus, Jesus, Jesus. The enemy is a liar. And the mind, like I said, is a very powerful thing.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
let's do it. Let's see how many people that we can reach and help.
Absolutely. Absolutely. You know, from hearing you say, your kids just lost somebody that was like a son that was at your house,
Mm-mm.
that was so connected to your family,
And so
and
young,
yeah, so young to hear
with
the,
children of his own.
yeah, right, to hear the cries of your children
Yeah,
being hurt,
yeah.
people that are left behind from that,
Mm-hmm.
uh, is so many questions that sometimes they have that are just not answered, and it's so much, it's so much, uh how can I say it, guilt
Mm-hmm.
from the family left behind, because they feel as
Yeah,
though,
help.
you
What could
feel as though you could have
they have
prevented it.
done? Yeah.
Yeah,
If I only
yeah,
would have reached out, if I only would have had his number to call him every day. But you
right,
never know what people are going through. You have to ask people, are you okay? Are you really okay? When they cross your mind, give them a call. You never know. You can be saving someone's life just by letting them know that you're thinking about them and you love them and you're just reaching out and just praying with them. Like, you never know because they're not going to tell you. They keep all this inside. So I said, you know what? When I start talking to people, when they come across my mind, I'm gonna call them like, are you really okay? Are you okay? What are you going? What's going on with you? How you doing?
yeah,
Tell me the truth. Like, not pressure them, but really like be
right,
more.
right,
I don't say I don't want to be pushy or I'm just saying more passionate, more like just listening to that little voice in my head, like, hey, okay, let me call this person today because she ran across my mind. She might be going through something. Let me check on her, let her know I love her, and just offer. If you need my prayer, let's pray. You never know how God can use you and bring you to someone. And that's my prayer. I ask God to help me help others, bring me,
yeah,
use me, God.
absolutely. Check on your strong people.
Even
um
the strong people, because
Check on the
they.
strong people, man, because
Mhm.
strong people, they put up they're used to putting up a good facade, a
Mhm.
front, a mask that everything is okay.
Mhm.
They're used to being able to smile, you know,
Sorry.
even though you have so much pain going on.
Mhm.
And that's the thing that I've noticed. when that happens, especially like when famous people like they never saw it coming. Kate Spade,
Yeah,
Robert Williams.
just out of the blue.
Yeah,
It
it's
hit me so
crazy.
hard out of the blue. Like you never
Right.
think, you never know. I just feel like every day that you wake up is one day closer to it getting
Mhm.
better. But if you take your life, you can't. You'll never know what tomorrow may have been. Today might be a bad day, but there's always tomorrow. God is keeping you here for a reason. Don't do His job. That's what I had to tell myself.
Yeah,
He has
absolutely.
brought me through so much, so He must have me here for a reason. There's a
Oh
purpose
yeah.
for my life. So, for me to take my life and stop Him from doing His work through me, that's what the devil wants. That's the enemy wanting to win. So I gotta do something. Like I have to do something. I have to figure it out, you know,
Yeah.
and just love people no matter who they are or how they treat you. Like today, I went to get a patient. She was really, really rude. But I said, you know what? Just give her love. Show her
Yeah.
love. Just keep showing her love. And after a while, she was like, thank you so much. You are so sweet. You have such a kind spirit and soul. And I'm like, thank you, God. I reached her because she was being very kind of nasty. And it was like the end of my shift. And I was like, ooh, old me. I was like, Lord, use me, Jesus. But I see my growth and I see my change. And I'm just ready to embrace it. Like I prayed this prayer so many times before, like God, use me, show me what you want me to do. But He knew
Yeah.
back then I wasn't ready, and I think I'm at a place where I'm really, really ready.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. And that's the amazing thing when you understand what your purpose is.
mhm,
And sometimes getting to your purpose is being in the valley, being in a dark place. Sometimes
mhm,
sometimes
hit
that is
myself
the thing. Yeah, that's the thing that catapults you to your purpose, is being in a dark place. And what you speaking with, what you went through
being
personally.
able to share it and help somebody.
Right,
If
right.
I can get through, you can get through.
Right. And
Yeah.
me being a mom, and got consent for my daughter to share this.
Mhm,
But in 2021, I think it was
mhm,
21,
mhm,
I'm running errands
mhm,
uh in Florence, which is like 30 minutes from where I live.
mhm,
So I look at my phone and it's dinging, 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 dinging. And my daughters and I have a chat,
mhm,
and I'm looking and I'm like driving. I'm in traffic on Evans Street in Florence, and if y'all know what Evans Street is, kind of congested in that area. So I'm coming actually from an area in Florence. I just had gotten on Evans right there, like in front of the old Florence Mall, and I finally look at my phone, and the first thing I saw was my youngest daughter say, "If you don't give me help, I'm not going to be here. No,
mhm,
I'm not gonna be here no more."
mhm, mhm,
So my heart dropped. Traffic is bananas. Um, I'm actually on Evans, and I wasn't going home. I was going the opposite direction. I did an actual U-turn on Evans to turn back to go home,
mhm,
and it probably would have taken me 20 plus minutes. I don't know. I got there so fast, but I end up getting my brother, and I'm like, "Where are you? I need you to go to my house. I need you to
mhm,
go to my house now." He's like, "What's wrong?" And I'm like, "Break my door down, break a window. I
mhm,
don't break a wall. Go get to my child.
mhm,
Get to my child right now," because of the fact that she cried out at
mhm,
her darkest moment.
mhm,
Let me know
mhm,
that she didn't want to, but she was in a spiritual battle, because we don't fight
mhm,
against flesh. You know what I'm saying? We
mhm.
don't fight against flesh. And
It's
because she was at home by herself, I
mhm,
knew that she had no one fighting with her.
mm,
So I'm thinking in my head, devil, you will not
mm,
win. You
mm,
won't win.
mm,
And I'm talking to my brother, and he's like, "I'm in my car. I don't. I'm running lights." And
mhm,
it seems like 3 minutes,
mhm,
and he was on the other side of town, but it literally took him a few minutes to get to my house. He
mhm,
was knocking on the door. I was like, "Break the door down." And
mhm,
at the moment that he was getting ready, he said, "Okay, this Uncle D, I'm about to kick the door in." She opened the door.
mm, mm,
Oh gosh.
mm.
And I could just hear him console. He was hugging her, consoling. He was like, Uncle D got you. I got you. You good. I got you. I got you. It's okay. And for a mom,
Mm.
for a mother, you know, because you flip that thing and you think about, what if I were to return home and found my baby lifeless?
Mm. Mm.
What if? But God, you know what I'm saying?
Mm.
So you can't negate the fact that somebody else has experienced coming home and finding their child lifeless, and
Mm.
it's too late.
Mm. Mm.
But God gave my baby a second chance. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
And as a mother, everything that went through my head in the moments that I was in my car, getting from Florence to her, to putting her in a car and taking her to the hospital.
Mm.
Um, I had so many things running through my head, like, what did I miss? What haven't I done?
Mm.
Even back to her being 1 or 2 years old. You know, you think about so many things, what you could do different. And
Mm.
it was like I began to pray, and God was, and at this time, my mother was at my uncle is in Greensboro, North Carolina, funeralizing my uncle, her brother. So
Mm.
I'm like, I can't tell my mom what's
Mm.
going on. You know what I'm saying? I can't tell my family. My family is dealing with a loss. And here I am dealing with this,
Mm.
trying to help my child cope, because my most concern was her, and and getting her the help she needed. And
Mm.
I can seriously say, as a mother, my whole number one thing was sucking it up, not showing my emotion, because it wasn't about me,
Mm.
and getting my daughter the help she needed.
Mm.
And I asked her, I said, "Can I take you to the hospital because you really need help?" She was just so um she was just so defeated that she just shook her head. Yeah.
Mm. Mm.
So to me,
Blessing.
that was a triumph moment, you
Mm.
know, for her to say,
Yeah.
yeah,
Mm.
yeah, you know, and I it could have been the other way. I could have been here talking about how many years it's been since I've lost my child.
Mm.
But to God be the glory
Mm.
that she's still here,
Right.
that she's still pressing forward, and she's still loving and coping and embracing life.
Mm.
And she had to be admitted for a while. I mean, that was something that completely tore me up.
Mm.
And but I knew that for her to be in that situation,
And
that better was on the other side. You get what I'm saying?
for her to reach
Yeah.
out,
Yeah.
because some people feel like they don't have anyone to reach out to.
Right.
You know, 'cause like we
Right.
didn't, nobody knew Bub was going through whatever he was going through, but he
Yeah.
would
Yeah.
go off to himself. He did the same thing like the DJ that he went to a hotel room and just wrote a note on the wall, and he had kids. And I'm like, wow, like what could we have done? I'm at that place where like, what if I would have had his number to call him every day? Like, what could? I mean, this is
Yeah.
one of my kids. Like, I was at my house every day. Like, only if I would have could have called him and just checked on him. And when we live and we learn.
We
Now.
live and we learn, and we learn to love. And this is what people forget, y'all. We forget that we talk about being this way or that way, being good, but at the end of the day,
Mm-hmm.
love covers a multitude of sin.
Mm-hmm.
And somewhere down the line, sometimes um we don't understand from a loving place that people have issues that have nothing to do with us personally or what we've done. It's something they're battling internally.
Yeah, those energy.
and and we have to understand that they need a safe place that may not be us.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? As a
Mm-hmm.
mother, you want to rescue your child,
Mm-hmm.
but I wasn't her safe place
Right.
to relieve or to get the help she needed.
Mm-hmm.
And I had to let her go.
Mm-hmm.
And I had to say, okay, God, I trust you in this. I'm
Mm-hmm.
gonna let her go into the center,
Mm-hmm.
and I pray that everything is what it is. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And thankfully, like she did really well very quickly.
Mm.
And a lot of times when you see signs, like I said, check on the strong people, check on the isolated people.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But sometimes there, and at the end of the day, T, sometimes there's just nothing we can do. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's reality.
Yeah, that's true.
That's
Sometimes
reality.
you
That's
can't do
real.
anything you don't know anything about. And like you said, sometimes it's just beyond our control.
Yeah,
But
absolutely.
if you know about it and you can do something about it, don't ignore it.
Right, right. Right. So
Get
you
them.
have some hotlines, you have some information for people who may feel like all hope is lost. You can't turn to your family, you can't turn to your friends, but you need to talk to someone. You want an outlet, you want somebody that's not judging you. T, give us those hotlines. Give us some
Well,
hotline numbers.
I looked up one. It's a national one. It's open 24 hours, and it's 988. You know how you would dial 911? You would dial 988. It's a national hotline. There's also my phone number, my inbox, where I will just stop what I'm doing wherever I'm at, and I will just pray with you and talk to you and encourage you. So, yeah, there's a lot of that's the crisis line 988. Yep, and it's just so sad. Like it's so much of it going on, and it's like so much every day. I just keep hearing. A friend of mine just called me right before we got on, and it was like his son is saying that no one can help him, and he's talking about taking his life right now. So they're dealing with that, and I just started praying. I called his name like Jesus, Jesus, step in, please, God, step
Yeah.
in, send your angels.
Listen, spiritual warfare is real, people. Y'all can sit around here and think that it's not. You can sit here and say that it's not gonna happen to you. It's not gonna happen to this person, to someone you know. It's
Mhm,
real. Check on your strong people, love on your family.
mhm,
Um, if you're a person that has a heart for people, make yourself open. You
mhm,
know, for somebody to just say, listen, can you help me find somebody that I can talk to? Even if you're not the person, help them find someone.
mhm.
But like she said, inbox her. Her name is on the screen, Tanya Moore. My
Um,
name, Cynthia Yvonne Robinson. Message us.
yeah,
Tell us you need help. I've been there, done that with my own child. It is a journey, but it is work. It is work, and it is you have to be willing to do the work. You have to be willing, but trust me, it's not going to be this way always. I
right.
know it sounds hard. I
Mhm.
know it sounds. And I don't know if there isn't anyone who hasn't for a moment thought about what it would be like not to be here when things get really rough. You
Or
get what I'm saying?
or even tried it.
Yeah.
I,
Yeah.
I've attempted a couple of times, and
Yeah.
for some reason it didn't work. So
Yeah.
God,
Listen.
I have work to
Yeah.
do here. God
Yeah.
is keep. I've been through so much. God is keeping me here for a reason. And so
Hmm.
many times that I should not. The devil has tried to take me out, and I'm here.
Yeah.
I'm here. And I'm
Yeah.
telling you, that powerful name, Jesus, I didn't know what else to do but just call his name. You
Yeah.
know, there's some people that probably don't even believe in that, but the power of your mind and your tongue is it's so powerful. You can reverse whatever you're thinking. Your
Yeah.
tongue, power of your tongue, you can say, it's not what I want to do. You got to think about the people that do love you out there, the people that you're leaving behind, leave people that you're going to hurt from this. If you make that decision, you know,
Yeah.
it's just so crazy.
Yeah.
Every day I'm hearing about it, like every day, younger and younger, just young people. One young guy, one young man, he walked out in front of a train,
Mm.
and he
Yeah.
just kept dreaming about death, and he just walked in front of a train.
Yeah.
It's crazy. There's so much mental health and mental illness out there.
Oh yeah. Absolutely. And I think it's just more prevalent now. People's like, oh, it wasn't like that back in the day. Yeah, it was. It was. It
Look at the
was. But
world
you
we
know
live
what
in now.
happened?
Look at
People
the
took them to
world we live
hospitals and hid it. Families hid it. They hid it. They took their family member to the hospital. I remember Columbia. They used to
in.
call it Bull. Well, it's still Bull Street, but they used to have a hospital there in Columbia and other places upstate. And they would take their family members there and hide them and not talk about it.
Right.
It was back, yeah, it was back then too. People are just now more open to
Mm-hmm.
discussing what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Remember when I was younger, back in our day, I had to be admitted because I was talking about taking my life,
Yeah.
and they
Yeah.
actually put me in. So what was it? Is it Bellevue? Or like something like Bellevue or something. And when I got there, they were trying to give me this test, and when I realized, okay, I was just having a meltdown, and I
Yeah.
really didn't want to take my life, and I was just crying and crying. They was like, okay, take this test. Say this backwards. Say your ABCs backwards. Name the last four presidents, and I aced the test. And they was like, well, take this medication. I'm like, no, I don't want the medication. I'm
Right.
good. I'm fine. And thank God, I didn't take the medication. I don't know if I act like I was taking it and didn't take it. I can't remember, but I remember them trying to force me to take because the state, they want money. They want to keep you in that place. And if
Yep.
they would have fed me the medication and kept me there, they make money. So it's like a business. So I was like, no, no, I'm fine. I just had a moment and I'm good. I'm not taking this medication because there's a lot of side effects to these medications.
Honey, listen.
You can start hallucinating and bugging out and acting like you gotta be in a straitjacket.
Listen. I'm telling you.
But I remember acing those tests. I remember saying my ABCs backwards. I remember saying the last four presidents. I snapped out of it real quick. Like, oh my God, what am I doing?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I remember
Yeah.
twice I was in that place. But
I remember my baby saying that because my baby went to the facility she was at was more of a private facility.
mm-hmm.
And I know I didn't want her to go to a state facility, but I'm not rolling in money like that yet.
Mm-hmm.
So,
That's
you
another
know,
problem.
I,
That's
yeah,
the
they were
problem.
like, we could send. I was like, no, but thankfully it was a God thing.
Mm-hmm.
They were like, we could send her like 4 hours away,
Mm-hmm.
and it'll cost you nothing, or you could pay X amount of dollars, which is basically what was in my savings, and you
Mm-hmm.
could keep her like 28 minutes down the road.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't think twice about it. I went to the bank and
I
I
know
was like,
we
I
gotta
just
do
need to close out my savings account. I need to close my savings account out because it's like
that.
keep your child, or
Mm-hmm.
or keep some.
You can make more money, but you can't make that child back again.
Hello, somebody. and
Okay.
and I didn't think twice about it. You know what I'm saying? I was like, I'm done. I'm done. And we still getting bills, and it's okay. But my baby is alive and well. She actually was just up here a little bit ago, like, mommy, why are you asking me? Yeah, sure, you can say it. I don't care. It's hot in your room. I'm going. I'm leaving. So,
Mm-hmm.
but yeah, sacrifice for someone else. Sacrifice your time, 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Sacrifice a hug. Sacrifice a phone
Good.
call.
Yeah.
Sacrifice a prayer.
Mm-hmm.
Sacrifice a meal, an invite, because all people need sometimes is an invite.
Somebody.
Like you feel like they're not of your caliber. But let me explain something to you. You worrying about whether people can match your caliber when really sometimes you don't realize that God looking at you, you're just dust. You were made from dust. You really are nothing. Without God, you are absolutely nothing but you're not even a number. He knows every hair on your head. So the fact that we can't stop and get out of our high place and invite somebody somewhere just to show them some love for a moment that probably would affect them a lifetime. Because if we still decide to live this life and live it in a selfish sense, how
Mm-hmm.
many people are we costing? How many people are we shunning? How many people are we really hurting? I mean, by acting like we too good for that. You're
Mm-hmm.
never too good for that, because if you were too good for that, you would wake yourself up in the morning. If you got sick, you could heal yourself. You wouldn't need a doctor. You wouldn't need anybody to sew you up. If you cut yourself, you wouldn't need a car to drive, because you could actually probably fly or blink yourself to the next destination, but you can't do it. So in other words, show somebody some love. Let them know that they are needed. Just like at the end of the day, we all want to feel and let's make a change. Let's do something different in this world, better than what we've been doing. It's not about a color, an ethnicity, a social status, because a coffin doesn't recognize any of that stuff.
Mm, mm,
Understand? At the end of the day, you can be a multimillionaire, but your child can lay in the morgue right beside a poor person, homeless person child. How about that? How about that? Until you claim them, until you come and identify them,
mm,
your multi-billion-dollar child gonna be laying dead right beside a child that was homeless.
mm,
It ain't gonna make a difference. But what will make a difference is what we do and say while we're here.
mm-hmm.
I'm just saying.
Amen to that. We can just help one person. Everybody, reach out to that one person.
Yeah,
And
absolutely.
as they cross your mind, as you're on here today, right now, they could be someone could be crossing your mind right now and say, "No, when I get off this, I'm gonna make this phone call. I'm gonna call this person. And I'm gonna talk to this person. Hey, how you doing? You just ran across my mind. I just want to know. I tell you I love you. You know, those three words might just like wow. You know, they might have been going through something you never know, and they just needed to hear that. That might help.
Yeah.
You never know. You never
Never know. You never know
know.
unless you say something or do something. You never know.
It's
Just
that
try it.
small voice that we just gotta be obedient to.
Yeah.
Mm.
A smile will change somebody's whole day.
And I have to learn how to smile with my eyes because I'll
Yeah.
be at work all day, 8 hours with a mask on, and I'll be trying to
Yeah.
say, how can I smile with my
Just stretch them out a little bit. Like
eyes?
that's what I do. I'm like,
Yeah.
that's when you got a mask on, you just gotta stretch
Mhm.
your eyes and wave, and they're knowing. They know the energy. It's not about the visual, but it's about the energy. Your energy
Mhm.
introduces you when you walk into a room. It doesn't matter about your smile. It doesn't matter about anything. Your complexion, your hair length, what
Mhm.
you wear. It's about your energy, man. When you walk into that room
Mhm.
and you bring a great energy and you bring pure joy,
Yes.
people feed off of
Exactly.
that.
Yes.
The
Yes.
genuineness of it now. I ain't talking about that fake
Mhm.
key stuff.
Mhm.
I'm talking
Mhm.
about the real deal stuff. So yeah, show people
Beautiful.
some love.
Mhm.
Absolutely. So before we close out, what is it that you want to say to someone that may get this? They may get this next week, next month, even next year. They may run across this and they're going through this. Give them some advice because you've been in that place.
Like I was saying, your mind is a powerful thing. You can it can hurt you, it can work for you, it can work against you. Like I was telling you earlier before we got on here, like sometimes I'm in here by myself and it gets quiet and then my mind just wanders off and I'm like, it's too quiet in here. Let me turn on some music. Let me turn on the TV. I need to hear something because it's just so crazy how your mind just drift off and you be like, I'm by myself. Nobody loves me. Nobody cares about me. Nobody's calling me. Um, just get yourself out of that place for a moment. Find that one, but there's always a friend, that right friend that you know to call. Like I called you, I called Wanda. There's friends that you know that you can call that are gonna redirect you and be like, you know what? Just know who to call when.
Yeah,
And if you don't know who else to call, Jesus. That's what really, really helped me. I didn't say nothing but Jesus, Jesus, Jesus. And I just kept saying his name over and over again. Like the enemy doesn't like that. He flew. He didn't like that. The
yeah,
fact that I just knew to just call his name and then I turned on YouTube and I just kept watching Sarah Jakes over and over and over, listening to every sermon that she had. Even to go to sleep, I would go to sleep with her just playing in my ear. And that's how I got through it. And then I had to keep telling myself, how would my kids feel? How would my grandkids feel? How can I not be here to see my grandchildren born or to grow up and have children of their own? I'm like, I would like to be a great great grandmother.
yeah,
So, praying and asking God, keep me here, show me my purpose, Why do you have me here? What do you want me to do? And I just, like I said, I pray. I just constantly, I'm continuously just praying, praying, praying. For people I don't know, I'm just praying for people around the world. There's so many people hurting. This world is so
Mhm.
cruel. It's just so much craziness. Like I hate watching the news. I try not to watch the news, but and I just pray. I think I really feel like prayer is a very, very strong, powerful thing.
Absolutely.
Yes, and I ask God for a stronger relationship with Him, to for Him to just use me, God, and like for me to be this passionate and want to be on here and reach out to you and like, Vaughn, listen, we got to use this platform. Let's see
Yeah.
if we can reach out to someone and help someone. Like I would have never did that back in 2020 because I was going through that dark place myself. But
Yeah.
because I made it through, I know that we can help. If we just help one person on here tonight, my Instagram is doing it well underscore TM. And Facebook is Tanya Moore. Message me, inbox me. I'll send you my number. I'll pray with you. I'm trying to think any other social media. Yeah, just find me on. You'll see me on Facebook, Instagram. Bedroom Candy by TM. I'm there. I usually reach out. Just DM me, call me, and I'll inbox you and send you my number. We'll pray. I'm just asking God to use me to help people because this is
Yeah.
like really been on my heart for a minute now.
Yeah.
And the fact that God takes you through things and gets you through them so that you can be a beacon for someone else,
That's right.
to help someone else. Because
That's
like I
awesome.
can't sell you a product if I didn't use it myself. So
Come
if
on.
I know I can help myself just by doing those things and reaching out to the right people, you can do it too.
Yeah. I love that. Listen, y'all. She this is her ministry. She just introduced her ministry. She don't understand that God just showed her her purpose.
Mm-hmm.
He just
Find yourself
introduced her
in
to
a
her
purpose right
purpose.
here.
I listen. I see a nonprofit coming soon, my friend.
Mm-hmm.
You need me, I'm there. You need
Mm-hmm.
me, I'm there. She is reaching out saying if you need help, if you're contemplating suicide, if you feel like our hope is lost, DM her on Facebook, Tanya Moore, um, Instagram, doing it well
Underscore TM.
underscore TM,
Bedroom
um,
Candy by
and
TM.
Bedroom Candy.
By
What
TM.
is it?
Bedroom Candy by TM. Bedroom Candy by TM. So it's
Okay,
BEDKANDI by TM.
awesome.
And doing it well underscore TM.
Listen, listen, y'all. This is her ministry. This is the real thing. God has soldiers out here,
Mm-hmm.
in the field. Thank you, cousin. Love you.
Wrong.
God has soldiers in the field. Everybody ain't in a pulpit. Everybody,
Mm-hmm.
listen. The realest raw soldiers is out here doing it, and we not talking about it, and we're doing it through DMs on phones,
Mm-hmm.
5 a.m. in the morning, 3 a.m. in the morning,
Mm-hmm.
12 o'clock
I
in the
have
night.
insomnia, so just ring my phone. I'm gonna wake up and I'm gonna
Come
talk
on,
to you.
listen. We are true to this. We true to this, not new
My
to this.
body literally lets me sleep 4 hours.
Come on,
So
listen. We true
I'll
to this, not
definitely
new
get
to
back
this.
to you.
This is a God thing. God allowed us
Mm-hmm.
to get through things, and Cynthia Yvonne Robinson, Facebook. Uh,
Prayer warriors.
yeah, Zenful Sin, Zenful underscore Sin on Instagram, Zenful Sin, which is Zenful Zenfulcyn
Mm-hmm.
on TikTok and Snapchat. Listen, y'all, reach out. You got somebody that care. We love you because you are created by God. You are fearfully and wonderfully made. We don't have to be connected to you by DNA. We
Mm-hmm.
don't have to be your best friend. We don't have to be your neighbor. You could be in Texas and we're in a whole nother state, other states. Look, it only takes a moment of a phone call. Call, DM us. Let us know you need help. We will find you help in your place, your community, because we just feel as though um nobody should feel like that suicide is the answer. You not being here is not the answer. You ending your life is not the answer. We love you. We know that you matter. We know that you have a purpose. And God is going to get you to that pathway. I promise you that the darkness will turn into light, that the storm will bring sunshine and a rainbow, that it will not be like this always. This too will pass and will help you. With that being said, y'all, thank y'all so much for joining us on tonight. Thank you, Tanya Moore, for opening up this platform, for my sister for reaching out to me while I was on that cruise, because I'm telling you, it was so much. That cruise to me was not a vacation, more so than a reflection, and to spend some time with God away from all the noise.
Mm-hmm.
And I appreciate you thinking enough of this platform to bring that here. And
Mm-hmm.
I'm humble and I'm grateful. So yeah. Awesome, Chris. I love that. He says storms are temporary. Don't make a permanent decision to a temporary issue. That
Yeah.
is awesome, sir. That needs to be on a t-shirt
Perfect.
or either a journal.
I say it
Make
to myself all the time.
Yeah, that right there, preach, sir. Right
Mm-hmm.
by itself, right by itself. I love it. This is a very amazing man, a mentor to young people.
Mm-hmm.
So he's speaking this from the heart. He's speaking this from experience, and he's speaking it because he pours into other people selflessly.
Mm.
So yeah, y'all, just know that we're grateful. We get to serve.
Mm-hmm.
We get to serve, right, T?
Yeah.
Absolutely, y'all.
Warriors out here, because you getting through can help you help someone else through.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
just think of it like that.
yeah. And hopefully next time we bring T on, she'll already have her LLC, her nonprofit, however she gonna do this with the name and all that good stuff.
Man,
So
that's
we
best it.
yeah, come on, God, and stir
Yeah.
it up. Stir it up.
Man, he got me here for nothing. He got me here for something.
Come
So
on now. You know better. You
I'm
know
getting there
better.
slowly but surely, Lord. I've
You
probably been running and fighting for a long time, but it's time.
Yeah,
It's
you
time.
got this. Congratulations in advance. I'm so glad I get to witness it firsthand and a front row seat. How about that?
Hmm.
All
Yeah.
right, y'all.
All right.
We closing out, y'all. Don't forget. Never forget who you are. Never forget whose you are. Never forget that God truly loves you. Never forget the fact that God fearfully and wonderfully made you. And never forget that He will always take you on the pathway to your purpose. We gone, y'all. Love
Matters.
y'all. And
Your
there's
life
nothing,
matters.
nothing you can do about it. T, stay on. We gonna talk on the backstage.
All right.
All right.